2016 when the Blue and Janko Mountain National Park was declared as a World Heritage Site. So it was declared in Germany, Bonn, Germany in 2015, I think, on the 2nd of July. I was there, I don't know exactly, but it was in that period of time, right?
Yes.
So we built this monument as a commemorative of that. And we have also placed like, since the Blue and Janko Mountain National Park encompasses about 4 different parties, Portland, Father St. Mary, St. Andrew and St. Thomas. So this one monument is there, there's another one on the other side of the Blue Mountain. It's shaped a little different from this. And they are what we call gateway signs. There are one down in Port Antonio, one in Port Maroons, another one up by Papine. So they are like 3 gateway signs that and another monument further up in the Blue Mountain. So for us it's a very important achievement because we basically, you know, the people of the government and people of Jamaica, right? The Maroons included, because this one is declared on 2 basic tenets, right? Natural beauty of the place and the culture. And the culture is all about the Maroon culture. That is how we got that. So, and there are like maybe about 40 mixed sites in the world, right? Most of them are they're gonna be like cultural sites or they're gonna be like a natural site. But this one is one of the the few that are mixed sites. So we are glad that we're able to, after approximately 4 years we managed to get it done.
Congratulations.
Yeah, and that's good. So you can walk up and you can read what is there right there.
You can read it out loud.
Oh, to the connectivity of the communities affiliation expressed within the principles of the convention concerning the protection of world cultural and natural heritage. The Blue and Janko Mountain have been designated World Heritage Site, thereby continuing the outstanding universal value of a culture or natural property, which deserve protection for the benefit of all humanity. So the majestic mountain in this Spanish art testament to the Windward Maroon tradition still practiced today and the natural habitat for the numerous endemic species protected within its boundaries. This is the first World Heritage Site for Jamaica and the first mixed property that is cultural and natural heritage value for the Caribbean region. You'll be inspired to protect this unique heritage. Inscribed on July 3rd, 2015.
Well, you know that this is my birthday?
Wow, that's tremendous.
So we are basically on our way now to the monument that was constructed in, actually Nanny was declared a national hero in Jamaica in 1975, and thereafter the government decided to build a monument, and in this area that is known as Bump Grave, where he was buried along with other of the fighters that were with her when they came to live here. And one of the things that must be noted is that Nanny died from natural causes, right? Many people would have said that she was killed and anything like that. Fact of the matter is, nobody could have killed Nanny. She was such a great spiritual person. She was a chieftainess, she was a queen, she was a mother, and she was a priestess. So it's like, so this is the monument that we built. We tried to keep the monument. When it was constructed in the initial stage, right, it was meant to be having a rustic look, not necessarily polish and things like that, right? Given the fact that our footprints had lived all the time, most of the like up in the Blue Mountain. From here you can see the Blue Mountain. These mountains that we're looking at around here now, these are the Janko Mountains. But the other mountains, when you were coming up the road that is on the right hand side of the Rio Grande, all of the mountains on the right hand side is the Blue Mountain, and any mountain on the left hand side is the Janko Mountain. So the Rio Grande divides the Blue and Janko Mountain. So they spent a lot of time up there in the place that the government called Nanny Town, but that our footprint called Tony River. They never necessarily call it Nanny Town, they call it Tony River. And they spend a lot of time up on top of that hill too, and their place they call Catterwood. And they had lived at another place like further up in the Blue Mountain, they had a place they call Dinner Time. And there were different, from time to time, there were different camps throughout, the Blue Mountain, according to what was taking place and how they need to protect the community. So they do
Settlements.
they do different settlements, and they do their cultivation. They cultivate their crops up there, but the crops were where they cultivate, they were far removed from where they live. You have to travel a mighty good distance to go to their cultivation. The reason for doing that is simply to protect the community, because you don't want them to, you didn't want the soldiers to link your cultivation to the community, so you put it far from the community. Then they would go out and they would do, other things, hunting and fishing and stuff like that. It was really a part of how they gather food and everything like that. Because there was a lot of fish and jungle and, in the river, you have a lot of birds, pigeon, dogs and the whole thing. And then they hunt the wild pig and they hunt the conies. The conies basically are what you call a nocturnal animal. It's a Jamaican utio that you will see in the book, right? But most of those things are protected species now, right? The coney is protected, the wild pig is not protected, right? It's not on the endangered list, right? But most of the bird species in Jamaica, they're on the protected list. You're not supposed to be even killing a bird now, unless it is like, the special hunting season. What they allow, and it's like for 2 weeks, and over the 2 weeks is like 4 days, because only on Saturday and Sunday you can do it. And there's a bag limit too. I think it's 12 is the bag limit, or 20 something like that. And only special kind of birds you can shoot. But the fact is that our four parents have lived here, and you asked the question earlier, right?
Yes.
The citadel of Nanny, of Tony River. Don't be sure if I call it Tony River, because Tony River, right?
Well, let the audience know it was known as Nanny Town.
The place wasn't, for us, the place was known as Tony River. It is the government that called it Nanny Town because Nanny was living there and she was the leader. But it wasn't necessarily the practice and custom of our four parents to name a place after a person like that.
Yes.
The mere fact that she was there, she was a mother, she was a queen, she was a chieftainess, and she was the great priestess.
Yes.
Everybody come to recognize that. We today, we still refer to ourselves as Granny Nanny Yo-Yo, meaning that we are all children of Granny Nanny. It doesn't matter whether you are related to her from a genealogical point of view. That is not the important issue. The important issue is that she was the mother for everybody.
Yes.
And as such, you would have been her children.
Yes.
So that is how we refer to ourselves sometimes. We say, oh, we're Granny Nanny Yo-Yo. And that's it, right? So she was responsible for the running of the community. From a military point of view, she was the chieftainess.
Yes.
In terms of, from a political point of view, she was also the queen of the community.
Yes.
And spiritually, she was the priestess.
Yes.
When you combine all of that, she was the grandmother of everybody.
Yes.
And that is how we look at it, right?
Yes.
And we appreciate it that way. So, people, the government, they say they invade Nanny Town. They invade Nanny Town. But here what happened? The place, how it was situated on the bank of a river, like this is what we call it Tony River.
Yes.
So it's the bank of a river.
Yes.
Just like this, right? The river is a little bit bigger than this one, but it has much more stones in it than this one, right? Because the composition of the Blue Mountain and the composition of the Janko Mountain, they are two different rock types, right? Over here it's soft sedimentary rock, over there is more indigenous volcanic and stuff like that, right? Hard rock. So the rivers are somewhat different. So just like how here we're like in a valley, right? And you have the mountains protecting you all around, right? So there's only one way the British can come into this place, right? Actually there are two, but the major way is from the way that you came, right?
Yes.
Right.
And there's another road that takes you to that up there that goes through the Kuno Pass that takes you into Santama.
Wow.
Those are the two major places you can come. So living here is easier to protect it because you cannot drag any guns above through those hills or ride any horse over there. It's not going to work.
It's not gonna work.
Right?
Tracks. Not but tracks.
So in the Blue Mountain, the mountains that surround the community, the peaks are much higher than this.
Wow.
And getting access to the community, you couldn't have access to the community without people seeing you. But the fact that somewhere along the line, they managed to get some idea of where the community was located, right?
Yes.
So they said that they captured the community.
That's what they
Ironically,
They say.
said. They said.
yeah, what happened? Ironically, all four friends are a little bit much more smarter than that. We live here, and you're gonna come here. We think it's time to vacate. So when they got into the community, when the British got there, their record is only one lady and a child they saw. And the lady was sweeping, and she sweep and go out to the edge of the river, and she disappeared
Wow.
with the child.
Wow.
And they don't know, but they don't kill anybody in the community. So when they went in and settled down in the community, the people say on the other side of the mountain and fire flaming arrows into the community and burn it down.
Wow.
Yeah. And then,
That was not written. Thank you for the oral history.
well, the thing about it, there's something one have to bear in mind. At the time when our foreparents were fighting the British army was considered the most powerful army on the face of the earth at that point in time. How could an army as powerful as the British army, right in their history, that they were beaten by a bunch of wild niggers, a bunch of savages, right? A bunch of uneducated, stupid people. That's not something that they would want to have entered in their history book. Because they know for prosperity, people will be reading and stuff like that. So what they did, they wrote from their perspective what they think they did. But as soon as they were able to leave out, the people go back into the community again and they rebuild. Because whilst you are over there now, they could leave and they go all the way back up to dinner time. And dinner time, from Nanny town walking in the hills going up to dinner time, it's about a day's journey. So if you leave early in the morning, when you get up to that point, it's about dinner time. That's why they call it dinner time. And then they would leave from there and they come all the way up in the top there, up in Catawood. Now, these are limestone rock, right, up there, right? Far up there, and it's treacherous rock. You don't run around in them places, right? So you make your house in them place, and you settle. You know your enemy can come in like that. So they were pretty smart. They knew the terrain inside out. It was like the more you know the land, the more you know the waterfalls, you know the canyons, every cliff and everything like that. It's better for you because when they were living there, they never let the British choose where they would fight. They choose the place where they would fight, and they choose the day when they would fight. And that's the most important thing for them, because they did not, like some people might think that they just get up and just fight like that. Fighting was not like that. You prepare spiritually for your battles, right? And you will consult a jegem or on Yankee Pong, and it would decide when you should or should not fight. I mean, on Yankee Pong means the creator of the earth and the heaven, the Almighty God. That's what it means. I mean, our foreparents, English was not their first language. And they came from different African tribes, right?
Yes.
So they were like the whole Hakan. They were Comanches, they were Mandingos, they were Bongos, they were, Arubas. Everybody was, the guards, everybody was pretty much there. But, so they spoke a language, right? And it's basically a mixture of a different tribal language.
Yes.
But it was dominated by the Akan speaking people, the Tree language.
Yes.
It was dominated by, so even today, when we still say on Yankee Pong, or, we might chant it and say Yankee Pong, right?
Yes.
Or Tatayame. It's the same thing that is being used in Ghana today, it's the same thing that they have written in their Bible, right?
Yes.
So they would consult before they go into battle. Because this place out here, that we might lose like a play field, it is actually the Asafo ground. It's Asafo ground, or Asafo yard, or Asafo house, as we might call it, right?
Yes.
It's basically, it's a meeting place, it's a training ground for the warrior.
Yes.
So every Maroon community that you go into have an Asafo.
Yard.
But the most important thing about an Asafo yard, it must be next door to the cemetery. Because whatever you do, whatever you say, and in the Asafu yard, it must be in the earshot of the ancestors. So when you are going astray, they can say to you, no, it is not so. This is how you had to do. Because you will consult them and you will ask them what you want to ask them. Because the whole battle with the British and everybody is like that, you know. War is not about I loving you or you loving me. War is about winning. And any means possible is what you're going to use to gain your advantage. And our foreparents would always consult the ancestors, spirit of the ancestors before they go into battle. That is how they operate. And it served them well. I mean, people might look down on it and say, you know, what kind of stupidity and things like that. But I always say to people, you know, you must bear in mind that if you read the Bible, when Moses was in Egypt, the Egyptians have their own magicians and their soothsayers and their wise men. They did not have them for the mere fun of having them, you know. They were there to perform a duty.
Yes.
Whether you like it, yes or no. Whether you think that they were working with the devil or whatever, the fact of the matter is they were there. And that is something that you have to. Our foreparents, by and large, they came from Africa. And I always say to people, if anything Moses magician could have done, the Egyptian magician could have done 2,000 years, like almost 3,000 years before, then people would have learned and would have been able to do much better. Because that is the progress of learning. So when our foreparents would have, like, for example, you know, I always say to people, like, some of the time, I would tell you things about, like Nanny. They live in a place they call Pumpkin Hill. That is the first place they settled when they come here, right? And Pumpkin Hill, you can see it on your way down back, right? When you look across, when you go around the road, it's kind of winding down the river, and you look across, there's a peak there that have grass and almost like, it's like triangular, right, in shape, right? There's grass on the side and grass. All the other, you're going to see because it's outstanding.
Yes.
Because all the rest of them are covered with trees. That one has trees but more grass.
Yes.
That is Watch Hill. And the other one up from it to your right is Pumpkin Hill, and that's where they live first. So they're living at Pumpkin Hill, right?
Yes.
And it is called Pumpkin Hill because they would go to Watch Hill, and you can, from Watch Hill, you can look all the way up into the other part of St. Thomas, everywhere down and everything like that, right?
Yes.
It gives you like a 360-degree view. So you can see the soldiers coming up in the valley. And then they will go back from Watch Hill to Pumpkin Hill, and they would plant a pumpkin seed. And if the pumpkin seed grow in the day that they plant it, and it bear a fruit in the day that they plant it, then they will fight them then. If it doesn't grow and bear a fruit in that day, then they will cancel the jugge and when they are going to be fighting. But, I mean, it sounds out of place, right? But that's the way it was, you know. It was no ordinary pumpkin seed, you know. So don't misunderstand me, you know. It was no ordinary pumpkin seed. But you have to plant it.
Yes.
And it have to grow in the day that you plant it, and you have to bear a fruit in the day that you plant it. The same day. Everything
Same
else,
day.
the same day.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's one of our people. So, you know, after all that was said and done, and the struggle and the leave from, because the treaty was signed between the government and our foreparents in 1739 on the 23rd of June. The fact is, Nanny did not sign the treaty. Kwahu signed the treaty. There were aspects of it. Kwahu was one of the, we call him a lieutenant, you know, so he was given the chance to go and negotiate with them and things like that. There are aspects of the treaty that they did not like anyway, but for some reason the treaty was signed. But if you look at the treaty, you can see it's basically a one-sided thing. Because the first thing on the treaty, the first article says that the Maroons sue for peace. They did not sue for any peace. They did not leave the hills to go look for the British for anything. It was the other way around. But given the fact that they did not read and write English, and all of these terms that you're going to tell them about in technical way wouldn't have meant anything to them. So you can write anything. But it wasn't there who go look for it, because any sensible person would know that since they were winning the war, why go out and ask you for,
exactly, for peace?
For peace. So it was, you know, the other way around. It is the British who sue for peace.
Yes.
They beg for peace.
Because the planted said to the government, look, it is pointless you are fighting these people because they're going to be winning you all the time. So you better, if you negotiate a settlement with them.
Exactly.
Yes.
Because what happened, a lot of the planters who were like in the footies or like kind of going in Vale and other places like that, the Maroons could invade their plantation at will, burn it down. So when they want anything, they would go and they say, okay, fine, we need 6 muskets from you, and we need 6 from the other, and we need all the ammunition that goes with that. And they will have to supply it. If either you go and give it to us,
So we take it.
or we go and take it. So we're going to take off any stuff you want from your plantation anyway, and we will burn your plantation down. So they cooperate with the Maroons in that sense. It's a simple thing, you know. It's my survival depending on these people not destroying me. And they ask me for something, I have to get it. What I want to do, just I know I have to do it. So it ended up like that. So when the treaty was made, the French, about 13 different articles in the treaty, right? And land was provided, right?
Yes.
So our footprints within this area, right? And another set went to live down into what is now known as Charlestown. In actual fact, that's not where they were first, right? They were at the place it we call Old Crawford Town first, right? But there was some destruction and they moved from there, and then from that again some go over to Scottsdale, right? So, and then our footprints went back again and they gave some more land add on to it. That is why this place is known as Moortown.
Like
It
a
was-
town.
Yeah. It was
Towns.
initially known as the New Nanny Town. That was what earned the title, the New Nanny Town, to differentiate it from the one in the Blue Mountain, which, like I said before, our footprint just got it simple Stone River because it was at the bank of the Stone River.
And I was trying to tell Empress Jessica that Queen Nanny did not sign that treaty.
No, she didn't. She wasn't the one who signed the treaty.
She
She never.
didn't sign it.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Let that be clear. She did
Yeah,
not
she did not sign
that
it.
treaty.
The aspect of it that she did not like, well, like I said, it was Kwa who was the person entrusted to go and deal with that. But the mere fact that one was signing in Trinani Town with Kojo, and they would have brought those people to some of the places where they're encouraging people to say sign, you know. But the fact is they never signed it. But nonetheless, the settlement was made, right?
Yes.
And then from time to time, you know, our footprints sort of got back, you know, and we over the head, the community enlarged by one, we acquired more land by buying land from the government, right? What we call the Kent land. Kent is on the other side of well, when you go down this, on the other side of it, they go right down to Rio Grande. And you start from the Rio Grande to up, and it goes back as far as up to the border with the other parts of Kent. So they bought that because if they never, what had happened, right? One of the white superintendents who was living here in the community, a man by the name of Sweaver, he would take the Maroon from here to go over there and work because it was his patent, right? And after he died and everything, the Maroons still continued to cultivate the land and stuff like that. But then when the United Food Company came into being now and they want to acquire land for planting bananas or for planting, no, you can't. So they bought the land from the government jointly. Everybody pooled their money and they bought that land. And then there's another piece of land that adjoining to us here, we know as Seaman's Valley. It was then painted, well, 2 painted, owned by one Barbara Stevenson and another man by the name of Charles Knight. But Barbara Stevenson and Charles Knight were basically wife and husband, right? So our footprints would work on that land for them too. And they would have exchanged a part of that land for part of Muslims. So after a while, when Barbara Stevenson and Charles Knight dismissed the scene, the land was there and the people were still continuing to cultivate on it. And there was some long drawn out court battle, and the then colonel of the day said to the governor, at Governor Huggins at Bovine Kington, said, look, we have been occupying this land for 164 years. And if you have a child in your house for 164 years, how can you get him out? You can take our land. It is ours. And even today now, we have another problem with the same land, another land over in Golden Vale, which we are in court now, and we are not giving up.
No.
We are not.
Maroons never give
we're
up.
not giving up. No, we never give up. We have to fight.
Okay.
So this monument here now was erected in honor of Queen Nanny. She's Nanny of the Maroons, national hero of Jamaica. Beneath this place lies known as Bomb Grave. lies the body of Nanny, indomitable, skillful chief and exactly Windward Maroons who founded this town. In actual fact, the body is not actually under here. There's nobody buried up here, right? But all around, it's burial, right? Yeah, all around here. It's actually, it's called a bump grave, right? But
What does
actually,
it mean?
it's a grave. It's a grave site, right?
Yes.
A lot of other Maroons are buried here as well.
buried here. In actual fact, some of them are buried along the bank of the river there too, right?
Right here. Wow.
Because this is one of the first cemeteries that they established when they came here. It's another one part of up on that hill there are some burial took place there. And then this main cemetery that we have down.
So
Buena
Colonel
Vista,
Sterling, so
yeah.
she was actually buried down
Right.
behind us.
Yes, she was buried right.
Okay,
yeah.
now before we go there,
Yeah.
she would like to
Yeah, oh,
say
you-
some things right here.
Oh, you want to pour it like this?
No, the libation is going to be
Oh,
poured
okay.
at the grave
Behind
itself.
the gravesite.
Okay.
But she just wanted to say some things here.
Sikhukukazi esimaphiko-phiko. Laba elibanzi lokuphalazela amanzi odandatheko. Ngemini ezazinzima. Zalikazi siyakubonga. Zalikazi siyakukhahlela siyakubhotisa. Namhla ikhaya iAfrika linebhongo neqhayiya ngawe. Mbokodo egrayikra ixole kusilwe kudidiyelwe kuhluze kuselwe kuhluthwe. Namhla siyangqunqa siyabhiyoza sibhiyozela amakhosikazi. Xa bemile owini Madikizela Mandela. Namhlanje bama phezu kwamagxa akho. Amagxa abanzi. Amagxa ophalazela amanzi odandatheko. Oh, today we feel that you are standing on the shoulders of the giant. Because you have paved the way. Siyabulela Gorhakazi, siyabulela Qhawekazi. Oh, siyabulela Nozala, Mzalikazi siyakubulela. Sithe Nkosi ngokuphinda ufikelele ezazeleni zethu ukuze namhlanje sizikhumbule ukuba singobani. Ndiwamela amakhosikazi eAfrika. Ndiwamela amakhosikazi oMzantsi Afrika. Ndiwamela amakhosikazi esizwe ngokubanzi. Sithi bayethe Nanny of the Maroons, of the Maroons. Nanny of the Maroons. Nanny of the Maroons. Ingoma yakho uyawuculwa kwizizwe zonke. Your name is written down there on the mighty Drakensberg, Pesco Kahlamba. Nanny of the Maroons, I hear the echo of your voice. From the Orange River that rises from the Lesotho mountains and travel across the desert to the west. Nanny of the Maroons, on Cape Agalhas, where two mighty oceans meet, your spirit lives. We will always remember you. The memory is our heritage. It helps us to preserve our cultural integrity, sustain our heritage intelligence, and maintain our traditional protocols. Phila ngona phakade kumkanikazi. Phila ngona phakade Qhawekazi. Sohlala sikukhumbula ngemisebenzi emihle kangaka. Ubusibonisile amandla nobungangesinawo. Wawoyisa amakoloniali, wabayisa belungu, waboyisa abacinezeli, waboyisa ababesichitha besinhlokothisa. Namhlanje igama lakho limi. We are those Nanny of the Maroons today. Your legacy lives on.
Ladies and gentlemen, here we are on sacred ground. I must remove my slippers because of my respect for one of the greatest warriors of all time, and that is Queen Nanny. We're here with Empress Jessica all the way from South Africa. She traveled here to pay her respect, and as we remove her sandal so that she can pour libation in respect to one of the greatest freedom fighters of all times. And we are children, as Colonel Sterling says, we consider ourselves children of Nana. Children of Nana.
Queen. Mathambo alela ukuthula. Siyacamagusha thina singamagubevu. Siyacamagusha thina singotiba, ojiyana, oshuba soshubela abantwana, okhala khululumla abantwana, omgodo omdala wadida amantshontsho, inkomo zotiba, inkomo zikasijekula, inkomo zikaNuhamba ezadla imkabhanqoza ikhukhuza zayithala zemkane engcambu. Ndim umzukulwana wamatolo, ndim umzukulwana womchenge, odla ngamandla, ononja ziyaflathela nabathi zenza amanyala kanti sisiduko. Ndim kaloku umzukulwana wondaba, obhadelo chiba sonkuluka, ndilapha ndithunywe nini nindizise kule ndawo, nindibizile ukuba ndizawuxolisa ndingxengxeze ukuze umphefumlo wenu ungadandatheki. Naba bantwana besizwe namhlanje, nasi isizwe sonakele, umlisela nomthinjana wezwela kowethu uqaqadekile, kodwa sibuyisela kuni sithi ngxe tutwini ngoba nalala ngentsiko ezinzima, sithi ngxe tutwini ngoba nalala niqumbile, nalala ningxolehekile, kodwa sithumela kuni imiyalezo namhlanje sithi pholani nilale ngoxolo, umzamo niwuzamile, ugqatswana lufezile, makube khosi kubehele. Oh Jehova wamabandla, wenze umphefumlo wabo uphumle ngonaphakade, ubakhanyisele ngokhanyiso olungacimiyo ukuze sasibane sezulu sikwazi ukulikhanyisela izizwe zonke, uhlaziyeke ingqiqo liqaqamba ikamva lomlisela nomthinjana wezula kwethu. Sithi chamago, sithi makube khosi, sithi makubehele xa kunamhlanje simi phambi kweqhawekazi. Qhawekazi leAfrika, qhawekazi lezizwe zonke ziyavuma, ziyangqinelana, zithi ewe kaloku kuyavakala ukugungqa kwamathambo eqhawekazi, imbokodo erhayiqole kusilwe kudidiyelwe kuhluzwe kuselwe kuhluthwe, iqhantsi izombelela iAfrika, iqhantsi unongelemba. Awu kuyavakala ukugungqa kwamathambo mfazi, intsika yendlu kaAfrika, ibhongo neqhayiya lomzontsundu elagqusha ligqushalaza, lisiqingqe likamva eliqaqambileyo, amanqanaba lawagqitha, iminqantsa layiqabela lingaxelese ngasemva kwaphela kwalwa impalalo gazi, kodwa loyisa. Today it feels good to be an African. Athusisa ujama kasithatha ingqungquliya kwaMbeki, inhlamene egwele yokhakha ilongovya kwaMadiba, umalala ejongile emhlaca amagusha kwimilondo ekhaya, inqanqade elimaxhakaxhakela xhoma amakhoba, lamakhoba ngentshutana ngoncima emfazweni, atsho adila izishumi lamadoda ngaxeshanye. I am an African. I am an African. I am an African. Decham.
Asheo. Asheo.
We are your grandchildren, Nanny. We are your grandchildren. Even the Ashanti of Ghana agrees. We are your grandchildren. Oh, Amaqhawe namagorha agrees. Aboyinsa, Ophalo, Okhakha Bongqa agrees. We are the grandchild of the ones, of the heroic icons. We will take the baiting. We will rewrite the history that has been fabricated. Your names will be written across the mighty dragon's back. Pezgo Kasha. Your names will be written across the world. Nanny of the Maroons. Nize nisikhumbule. We still owe our being to the koi and the sand, whose desolate souls haunt the great, expansive, beautiful cape. They who were the first to lose their lives in the struggle defending our freedom and identity. They who were the first to lose their lives in the worst merciless genocide our native land has ever seen. They who, as the people, perished in the result. Today we take this baton to remember all those who have come before us. Siyanikhumbula maqhawe asekhaya. Sithi phumlani ngoxolo. Inhliziyo zenu mazikhuleke phambi koqamata kumvela inqangi. Nisithembe ukuba siyakuze simele inyaniso. Nanny of the Maroons. Nanny of the Maroons. Kumkanikazi. Your Royal Majesty. Kubulani ngengoma sinimamele. Phabani izandla nimemelele. Nonke amaqhawe asekhaya. Nisikhumbule.
Ashe. Your Royal Majesty, your spirit lives on. Jigijela ngamaye, bashaya ngamaye. Zoba bazobu yanini jigijela ngamaye, bashaya ngamaye. Ingoma zoba bazobu yanini jigijela ngamaye. Ingoma zoba zobuya uchigijela ngamaye, uchigijela ngamaye, uchigijela
langamatye uthikithela ongamatye baba inkomo zobaba zobuyani thikithela ngamatye baba thikithela ngamatye yalala thikithela ngamatye inkomo zobaba zobuyani thikithela ngamatye basa yangamatye inkomo zobaba zobuyani thikithela ngamatye ebabethi thikithela ngamatye mama wololo thikithela ngamatye ebabe saya ngamatye inkomo zobaba zobuya thikithela ngamatye thikithela ngamatye baba inkomo zobaba zobuyani thikithela ngamatye babe Africa my beginning, Africa my ending.
I embrace the Nanny in you, the queen, the indomitable spirit that you now possess, and you reawaken in all of us in Jamaica. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much, all the way from South Africa, to reawaken the Nanny in us. From all the mountains, the Blue and Jonkra mountains, and the rivers and the valleys, you have awakened. Your voice have traveled to the far corners of this village, so people can hear an African queen has come to bless another indomitable spirit, a chieftainess and warrior of our people, never to be captured, never to be put down, a freedom fighter, a heroine, now honored forever in our hearts today and forevermore. Thank you so much. Thank you for watching. Thank you, Jessica and Mbangeni. Thank you.
So, once again, Medasi. Thank you for being here. Show your respect to our beloved Nana, Grande Nana. This woman who fought to make us all here today and Jamaican whole as independent. Coming from the young Kunkuni spirit, the spirit of togetherness, the spirit of brotherhood, the spirit of self-reliance, the spirit of independence, the spirit of freedom. Because in all that I have just said, that's what the word young Kunkuni sums up. And that is what our forefathers represented as not necessarily Maroon. Maroon was really a derogatory way to describe the Africans that live in that region. It wasn't anything welcoming. But then if you continue to apply a term over in this period of time, whether it's good or bad, you know, like I told the ambassador from Sierra Leone last night when he was here, you know, if you go out in the street, in any church, there's a plain thing, and so this is what Christ looks like. Fact of the matter is, he never look like that. But everybody look at Michelangelo, uncle, and say, this is Christ. And everybody takes it to be Christ. So the word maroon is not something that our forefathers had embraced to begin with, because they never see themselves as they were kunkun. They are kunkun. They are free, loving people who can defend themselves, and they look out for each other, and that is what. So when today I say I am a young kunkun, meaning that I am children or a child of those who came before and who fought for us. So it is my greatest pleasure to welcome you. Because last night I welcomed the ambassador from Sri Lanka. Tonight today I'm welcoming you. Tomorrow who is next? Yeah. Who knows?
The whole continent.
Yeah,
Spirit of Nanny, what he's bringing them.
Because one woman, which was basically unheard of in that time, to stand up and lead such a big community of other people and to oppose the mightiest army and the people of the earth at that point in time. It was unheard of. But she believed in herself, the people believed in themselves, and that's why we're here today. And if it for those struggles, chances are the Western world, the black in the Western world still be under slavery. Because it was our forefathers who struck the first blow against this imperial power. The Western imperial power, both the British and the French and the Spaniards and Portuguese, you name them. So we respect, you know, our leader, and that is why we still refer to her as our mother. And still granny and otherwise I'm young.
And as Colonel
Thank you.
Sterling closes this part of a fantastic evening, I am Yankunkun Pikibu, if I'm saying that correctly. But I just want to add this. In this year, 2018, they're trying to make us look like we were faint people. We are not warriors. We're dormant people. There's no fighting spirit in us. But because of our great heroine, Nanny, Queen Nana, we know she lives in all of us. And we will forever, in her honor, continue the fight against white supremacy. Consider the fight also against black supremacy. Because guess what? She stood for freedom, for not just herself, for her people. And I thank you very much, Colonel Sterling, for affording us this quality time. And of course, Empress Jessica, Empress Oshun, we salute you. This concludes the journey of Empress Jessica Mbangeni from South Africa. Thank you, my sister. Thank you.